Now the stream can hear it.
Oh,
Jeez.
Barely breathe.
Jesus.
Are you okay?
I will admit I was not prepared for that comment. Holy shit.
You need a moment?
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
No.
Awesome.
But
So,
I'm
for
fine.
anybody watching the stream, we appreciate your patience during our technical delays. I'm going to shut up and let our DM take it away. Cyntari,
Okay.
all you, man.
Well, I'm going to turn up the music a little bit and start talking. All right, gentlemen and ladies, welcome back to Fortune and Glory. We are joined today by Arkken Ironrunner, a Monster Slayer Ranger Minotaur, Elaneiros, a Twilight Domain Clericus Saloon, Furbolg, Koji Stormscale, Fighter, Cavalier, Dragonsborn, Dragonscale. Your name messing me up, man. Stormscale, Dragonscale.
I do have
Art-
dragon
man.
scales.
You do have what? Technically, no, you don't. You have scale like skin, don't you? Like it's not actually scales.
I think it is actually scales.
Hmm.
I'll look that up. I don't actually know.
Arch Stonebeard, human, evocationist wizard, and Pandora, a cat.
Yeah, meow.
Meow, bitch.
A Dutch cat, the worst kind.
You want to go?
Now, as long as we pay separately. And you're used to that, aren't you?
Misschien. Misschien ook niet. We komen er vanzelf achter.
What? Sellers water?
He's trying to sell me Pisswasser?
Maybe.
So we join our gentleman here and lady, or cat, lady cat, lady cat. They were just wrapped up an interrogation of a werebat, a cultist of Malar, a Malorite, if you will, not to be confused with Marmite, a completely different substance, who had dropped off a friend of the group, quote unquote, friend, to say hello with teeth and fang and spear to beat the shit out of Koji Stormscale and friends. This revenant was defeated and imprisoned. The werebat was caught and imprisoned, and they found out that there is a cult of lycanthropes, the people of the black blood in the Hulk Forest, around a location known as the Wyvern Stones, possibly aiding the necromancer. Seemingly aiding necromancer, not possibly, actually, because one of the Malorites carried this undead revenant to the town to attack them. So they're going to try to find out what that's all about. But in the meantime, Koji's come down with a nasty case of hungover, sick, cough, whatever's happening to him. It's holed up in the inn. The group has pursued a lead on, well, further cult activities in town. Apparently embedded inside of the Church of Ilmater, the god of the downtrodden and martyrs. One of the most popular gods in all the realms for helping the poor. Well, it looks like they're enacting a blood rite to potentially unhallow the entire town. At the same time, there is a gathering of forces in the Hulk Forest across the river from Sunset Hill. Potentially an army gathering to assault. Cormarian Purple Knight scouts are filtering in, feeding news to their employer Harwill, who will brief them later when they get done with whatever they need to get done, gather up their sick friend Koji, and proceed on with their adventure. Right now we're going to hand off to our crew, who have just left the priest of Ilmater that they spoke to, and preparing to take action in whatever direction our adventurers so choose. Off to you guys.
All right. So, like we discussed, seems like all our problems are coming from that damned forest. All right. Well, Arch, you're the magical expert on all of this. What do you think is our best approach in all of this, considering the forest is filled with magical ne'er-do-wells and whatever?
Anybody can hear John besides me?
I can hear him.
So
I can
there's
hear
no
him.
sound scream? Maybe AFK. Okay. So I did all of that, dropped it off to the players, and we have AFKs. Fucking.
Sound scream is a dingus.
Mm-hmm.
We knew that already, didn't we?
Yes, Doc, that is correct.
I'm still gonna tease him about it.
I'm not.
Because I was sitting here like, do I react? It's getting awkward now.
Right. Well, anybody can talk. I mean, I'm assuming Koji has opinions on things. Whether or not you choose to express them, it's up to you.
He had a tummy ache last time.
Oh, that's right.
E.
But if you wanted to
passed
talk
out on
about
his
doing
bed.
stuff and say like, "Hey, do I wake up while we're doing
Okay.
stuff?" We could go over that stuff if you wanted to too.
Okay, I just didn't want to interrupt if the group was
Ah.
with something. That's why I was like,
No, we can wait on Soundscream if
You're
Soundscream is
welcome to
needed.
interrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, something was smelling like my kitchen was on fire.
Was your kitchen on fire?
To a degree,
Who set the fire?
me
Did you let that mother effer burn?
burn
Mother effer?
another effort burn. We don't need no water.
What were you burning exactly?
Stew.
Oh, did nobody stirred it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you set it down on lower while you're away?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it should be dealt with for a little bit.
Forever.
Oh, it's already off temp. Okay. Are you
Mhm.
eating it right now?
No.
Is there stew in your mouth?
No.
Is there a chunk of meat you're chewing on right now?
No.
Is there meat in your mouth? Do you
No.
have?
So you don't have a tongue?
No.
Uh-uh.
I'm speaking to you psychically.
Oh
I'm
my
also
God.
not visiting.
How's the stream hearing you?
Don't
Magic.
fucking- Magic.
Fair. Arch.
Anyways, Soundscream. Arkken
Mhm.
asked you what the best approach would be, Magic Boy, Magic Approach, since we were dealing with all that stuff. We'll let him take over from here.
Best approach in what regards to what?
Well,
Go ahead. I'll just let you do it.
Thank you. Well, considering we're going straight into a forest filled with different kinds of magical beasts, which granted I most likely have the most knowledge on, and weird rituals they might be conducting at the same time, then, potential spills we should keep a lookout for. I don't know if something like a landmine spell exists.
Oh, there are things that could be considered that. A glyph of warding could be used in such a manner. Additionally, I mean, it really depends, not so much of what we need to look out for magically. It depends on the best way to approach this is all really very, very graded up across how willing you are to do certain things. So, for example, if we were acting tactically, I would set off a series of fireballs across the south axis of the forest, burning the forest down around them, probably killing most of them and leaving them without cover. But some may consider that morally repugnant and also possibly excessive.
It definitely does sound excessive, but seems thorough.
Yes, but burning down the forest should never be an option.
It should at
Well-
least be close to the end of the list.
I would concur with that. I'm just saying, it's something that's on the list. It may be on the end of the list, but it is there.
You really, really shouldn't just speak up with your intrusive thoughts there, Arch.
Well, then maybe somebody shouldn't ask me for them. That being said, the priests are doing a specific ritual that will unhollow the entire town, which is problematic. I would think that, plus possibly finding ways to counteract said curse of lycanthropy in case any of us get injured, as well as potentially, and let me ask this, would the lycanthrope and therefore their weaknesses be fairly well known to Arch, or do I need to make a check to see if Arch has a clue about that? Dear DM.
You would have to make a check, but the just in general. But if you really want to know weaknesses of werewolves, you're staring at a monster slayer.
I mean, I did do the whole my whole specialized foe detection on the were-rat the first time.
And the were-bat the second time, I think, as well.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
all in all, as long as we're equipped with magical or silvered arms, we should be all right. At least for the part of damaging them. I don't know.
How would that work?
how would what work?
Bat cat.
If I get infected,
Cat bat.
so
Perhaps it would conflict with your innate magical nature, causing you to spasm uncontrollably and die. But,
you
we
would like-
can't hope for the best results.
There's technically a creature known as a wolf were out there. It's a wolf that turns into a man.
Wolf.
Where? Get infected and turn into a freaking human.
Then you have a smelly homeless guy that runs around and humps people's legs.
Yeah.
Hate everything about that.
There you go, wolf were.
So basically, homeless
You look
people in
so
San
sad.
Francisco.
Why is that from the Forgotten Realms wiki?
Because apparently it's an actual thing.
It's an actual thing in Faerun.
So here's a question: Is a warehouse a house that was bitten by a mimic, like a were mimic, and occasionally it turns into a mimic?
No,
again?
only on a
It was
full
bitten
moon.
by a thick wool coat. That's why it's called a warehouse.
So I would be a cat wear.
Don't know.
No, I just call you obnoxious.
Cat where? Yeah. Exactly.
That's what you'll be saying once I learn disintegrate. Anyways,
Aggressive, aren't we?
so I would think that we would need to take maybe a day or two to prepare everything we would need. Possibly visit some of the churches to find some remove curse abilities, because that is beyond my current capability. Little cat thing who eats my birds. Can you remove curses?
It's a spell that's just called remove curse.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Problematic indeed.
Sadly, the main thing I can do is against possessions and such. I can
mean,
assist with such things.
I
people.
Mm. I can remove curses. I just need to prepare it.
Probably a good idea to prepare that.
Well, let's get back and check on Koji. I'm a bit worried about him.
I have a question.
He was fine. He just passed out on the bed.
That's
We may
not
have an answer.
normal.
Remove curse.
Mm-hmm.
It has a specific line in there that's very interesting to me. It's the final after comma.
Countdown.
But the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
object that's cursed is a cursed item.
Right, but think about this way. Think about this the way I think about things.
No.
Spells are kind of like programs, and it actually works that way. There's pieces of these kind of spells that can be removed and put into other effects and things like that. So you have a spell that has a secondary effect of breaking attunement so the cursed item can be removed. So you have a spell effect that breaks attunement. Suddenly you can't use an item that you're carrying. Suddenly you can't just, boom, gone. You're disconnected from it.
The precursor though is that it has to have a curse
For
on it.
this spell, period, yes. But remember,
But
I've
yeah,
always
could
prefaced everything
you-
with saying that spells can be invented.
Yeah, so could you make a spell that you could go, nope, you can't, you're no longer attuned to that necklace of fireballs.
Right.
Or that
You make
necklace of
make a
shield.
saving throw to resist it, yeah. And you just break it. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see somebody
It's
wanting to make a spell
wild.
like that. Why do I have a feeling I'm going to have to figure this out for my campaign? First, you started throwing my guys around. Now you're going to take their magic items from them.
Yep.
Yes.
Sounds good.
I have a tiny goblin that'll steal it from me. It's got a little hand thingy that'll help, tentacle it out and steal it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And no. I see where this is going. But yes, let's go check on Koji. I'm a bit worried about him, especially because he was affected by black blood, and these lycanthropes are talking about black blood, and that makes me a bit nervous.
I mean, he basically sat down on his bed, flopped backwards, and then he was asleep, so...
Yeah, that's not typical.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how you humans sleep. Or humanoids, I guess.
Let's go check on Koji. And Art starts to walk that direction.
Pandora will follow!
I still don't think that Arch has heard Pandora's name.
Nope. None of you
No.
have.
Correction. Elaneiros has.
Ella has, yeah.
Overhearing you whisper it to the werebat. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Yes.
But Ella doesn't care about names. So,
Indeed. The cat doesn't seem to really care about names either, so it's not going to make an effort to use the name.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, other than Ella, no one knows that the cat's name is Pandora. Or Patches, or whatever.
All right.
In any case, are we going to be halting that whole ritual? It does seem to be more like a pressing matter right now.
Definitely.
Did we get an impression on how soon that was going to be completed?
This is a GM feeding you the information about what the Unhallowed spell takes. It's a 24-hour ritual.
Let's get going. I'm bigging up Koji.
Yes, we need Koji first.
Koji.
Koji.
And then go lay down and hang that's still...
I'm getting the sense that there's a bunch of people invading his room right now.
Pretty much.
Koji,
Once we get close enough, even if we're outside, I will point in the general direction of his room and cast message.
All right.
I was like, Koji, you are needed downstairs. Wake up. Come outside. Quickly.
You watched the VOD in my description of how you behaved?
I didn't get around to it.
Okay, hair of the dog hung over, you bleary-eyed, pale, a little bit of coughing here and there, sometimes bigger coughing fits, but generally, like, your arms are heavy and you're just hung over as shit.
All right. Okay, fair enough. Another reminder, can I reply to a message?
Yeah. Oh, you mean ascending? I have no idea.
This isn't sending, this is message, and message you cannot.
Okay.
Oh, no, you can. You can reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Yeah, I'm getting up. Followed by a clank.
And you're only
He would
wearing
be
half your armor because you only managed to take your breastplate off before passing out halfway on the bed.
Yeah, the clank was him falling over the breastplate.
Yeah. Okay.
I presume he's not rested then?
Let's gloss over that for reasons that will come up later.
All right. Because I have not touched my HP just in case, but I will do so now.
Yes.
Right.
I'm just saying that you don't have a point of exhaustion despite your current state.
Yay. Don't worry, I have a spear that's going to handle that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Koji's gonna drag himself out of bed, sort of brace against the wall to get standing, get the armor back on, not bothering to wash or anything, just dragging himself down the stairs.
Koji, no offense. You look like shit.
Yeah, well, we have a job to do, I understand.
I will
Indeed.
press the digitation to clean them up.
Magic wipes away all of the nastiness off of him and gets all the dirt and grime cleared off.
Including leftover blood that he didn't bother to clean.
His breath is unaffected.
Smells like ozone.
It's weird.
So, what's the situation? What did I miss?
Quite
Well-
a lot of things.
Indeed.
Immediate concern: evil priests are conducting a ritual to unhallow the entire city. So we're going to
Okay.
go deal with that. After which, we're going to wander into the forest and fight some werewolves.
All right.
I'm sorry,
Turn into a
were
cat, like
people.
Memeem.
Right. Are either of those immune to weaponry?
As long as it's magical, it'll hurt them just as much as anyone else.
All right, no further questions. Just like push me in the direction.
Did we learn where the ritual was occurring?
Oh, they tracked it down. I think Nari was going to say something. Nari?
No, I was gonna cough, so I muted real quick.
What happened in the previous session was the Priest of Ill Matter brought to you a bunch of evidence that he'd discovered to help you go over it, because he's not an investigator. He's a religious man. And he's not really studied up on all this arcane stuff. So when he found these arcane diagrams and all of this writing that seemed very much concerning to him about plans and things like that, he just got overwhelmed and just needed to seek help. And so he found you out, brought you the evidence, and you went over it. And found out that there used to be an ancient place where Sunset Hill was going to be. But back in that ancient time, they had used the top of the hill for sacrifices and eventually hangings. And Sunset Hill was for a time known for hauntings and things like that because of all the stuff that happened on it. But as time moves on and things move on, a city was built on top of it. And currently that spot now houses, now what sits on top of that spot is the courthouse. So it's the courthouse, the center of the town, on top of the hill where Sunset Hill was built.
Was there supposed to be a hamlet there by any chance?
There used to be a hamlet back in the time of the stories of the hauntings, but the hamlet evolved into a much larger settlement. And the Sunset Hill, being a frontier town, ended up becoming much more important to the growing nation of Cormyr, and ended up becoming more walled. And as the Cormanthor forest got clear cut away for farming and lumber needs, the largest, most wild portion of the Cormanthor remaining was Hullock Forest. And so it was very important to the Cormyr military and to fortify this border town, essentially a frontier town against this wild section of their nation.
Yeah,
So
that
they
makes
upgraded
perfect
it from a
sense.
hamlet to a cowlet.
That's right. The hamlet to a cow, to a sowlet to a piglet. Yeah, exactly. You fucking idiot.
All right, so
I'm sorry, I
I'm
just
gonna-
asked that so the viewers also got the explanation.
whatever. We don't believe that for an
Slide
instant.
you're
Yeah,
just
sure.
fucking with me.
Also that.
So I'm going to have Reginald fly up and kind of fly ahead of us, just looking for anything unusual as we head to it.
Okay. The courthouse is unassuming, is in an unassuming spot, and it's not like surrounded by a big plaza or anything like that. But it is an impressive building, being built for purpose, in judgment and authority. It's been built with very solid stones, very ornate, very imposing, in order to give everybody that sense of imposing authority. Benefit on their advantage. Who'd you give it? Koji, okay. As always.
It goes around.
Once or twice, but mostly you.
Because sucks.
And so you guys are going straight away to the courthouse? Or did you want to do anything related to it around it?
Well, I think we felt this was fairly pressing, so I think we were headed pretty straight towards it.
Straight towards it, not going... Are you going to the front entrance?
Well, that's why I was going to have Reginald do a loop around everything first to see if there was anything suspicious going on, anything evident that like, oh, this is obviously a sewer grate that goes straight into the underside, which is where we need to be, and it's slightly askew.
It's sitting in kind of a very unassuming spot, with flanked by two buildings. There is a pathway back behind it, and it looks like there is a cart sitting back behind it. It's lit up with some magical lights, but you're not really sure what. Not really sure what that's about.
I'll have Reginald, like, if he sends that to me mentally, I'll send back to have him go take a closer look.
Let me work on something real quick.
Or if I'm close enough where I can see through his eyes, I will do so and have him go down and take a closer look. Either or.
No, this is fine. Let me get something ready.
How hard do I want to hit this bird?
I'll say go for a home run.
Look, all right, I happen to know from personal experience, hurting birds in foreign countries is not a good idea.
That entirely depends on how impressive the strike is.
I remember
It was
that
pretty
story.
impressive. I still got in trouble.
That story was a good story.
Oh, poor bird.
Yeah, I felt really bad afterwards.
All right, so let's just do this. And I think this is set up how I want it to be. What you should see is the area surrounding the courthouse, a big block of black and two guards out front. And you'll have your cart in the back there.
Yep.
Here, there's a service entrance. I don't know if you can see that because I just quickly did reveals. There is a service entrance right.
Yeah, I can see a gap.
Oh, that cart has Reginald's dead corpse on top of it. This is going to go poorly.
He's
And let me
just
see if I
tired.
can-
He took a nap.
Let me see if I can make sure that these walls are properly revealed so you can see stuff like windows and things like that.
I can see a bunch of like brown pieces where I'm like, that's probably windows.
The guards here, do they look like city guards or?
Yeah, they're city guards, but they're wearing like those cords that you see, like people they'll wear like around their shoulders or underneath their arms on uniforms, and it's like a purple cord indicating like more authority or like a assignment or rank or something like that.
Okay. Well, do we have permission to be doing this or?
The courthouse is a public building like anything else. They're just guards because people who are going to court usually have friends who may not want them to go to court or are going to have testifying people that they don't want saying anything. So guards are present.
And I kind of got the impression it would be early evening.
By this time in the day, you are looking. Why is that not working the way I want it to? There we go. Probably looking at probably about 4 or 5 o'clock. Yeah, late afternoon, early evening. And so you're probably like might even have an active court going on right now.
Cool. So does Reginald see anything unusual about the
cart
thing?
As he flies in to get closer to it? There's nobody on it. Obviously, there's a purple cloth bench there. Looks to be fairly nicely padded, and there's nothing on it. And it's empty, well, except for the reins, but it's just empty. If he lands here in the branches, or even some more so boldly on top of this right here, if you let's just say he
Yeah.
lands on the if he lands on there,
Yeah, 'cause I just have a suspicion. I want him to check it out, see if he sees anything, smell anything, right? Because if they're doing a ritual here, that would probably entail some
Active.
components, right? That he may be able to smell, right? Because
active. If you're looking through his eyes, give me an active perception check from both of you.
okay, I'll look if I'm close enough to look through his eyes. I will. If you don't feel that we're close enough yet, I'll let him do it.
What is it, like 100 feet?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a 1 point difference in skill.
yeah, just roll. I mean, I was gonna say roll both of you. I mean, you're both sentient beings in a way, so you both have your own perceptions. You'll fly down. He lands on it. Then you look through his eyes and roll your own. This is a well-traveled cart. Lots of markings on the doors indicating that it's been opened and closed multiple times. The wheels have been replaced. These are not the original wheels, new bands and things like that. Horse is well taken care of, but obviously a road horse. It's got those strong muscles for traveling. So this is not some sort of local cart. It doesn't stay in the city and carrying people around. It just seems like this is a
Yeah, and it's not something that was bought necessarily for just this
think
use.
of
It's been
think
used
of the
well
Wizard of
before.
Oz, that guy's cart.
Yeah,
You know, it's one of those kind of things.
no unusual smells, nothing particularly.
That is what I want to
pungent.
get to. That's what it looks like, and I was just breaking down the senses one at a time.
Gotcha. Sure.
The sounds inside are nothing. You don't hear anything inside. The smells, on the other hand, very strong of incense, things that very cloying to smell, almost like it's trying to cover up something. What incense is used for, very much so, to cover up body smells. But underneath that, is that nightshade? Is that, and you identify a few other poisonous plants that may give you a feeling that something. This isn't like a mediciner's cart. There's nothing here that smells like king's leaf or anything like that to indicate an alchemist. This smells off. Smells weird.
Okay, I'll instruct Reginald to keep an eye on the cart and the backside of the courthouse, and
Mhm.
if it leaves or somebody comes out, to A, notify me, and B, follow them.
Okay. He takes up a position. Oh, that's
I'll go ahead and kick him off.
I was going to put him up in the tree just so he's not
Yeah.
on the cart.
Yeah, I would have had him be somewhere inconspicuous. But that's it. Just another set of eyes.
Okay.
And then
I couldn't think of any other like poisonous sounding
no.
plants.
That's perfect. Perfect. I believe there's a cart sitting in the back that was used to transport what could be material components for the ritual. I believe we should make our. I don't think sneaking in is going to be productive. So shall we go in the front?
I mean, I can try and go in. Would they suspect a cat?
I mean, I would.
I mean, cats here in Corby, as far as I remember, are pretty much, what's it called? Not saint.
Sacrosanct.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you, boys in the sky.
I don't think they can harm you, at least.
It's illegal.
Should
I mean,
I?
people doing these kind of rituals rarely care about such things.
True, but if they hurt the cat, we are within the full right of the law to, as the youngins say, go ballistic.
Well, we kind of still already are.
I mean, let's give them another reason why they shouldn't get you guys to court.
I mean, we aren't doing anything. It is a public building. We're allowed to be here. We haven't done anything illegal yet.
We can always go in, and then, if need be, you can sneak off.
As long as we're not doing the I'm not touching you thing.
I could also just try and distract people when we're inside, if need be.
You know what? How about we shave that goat when we get to it?
Meh.
Did you bring a goat?
Yes, that's a part of the issue.
Does the goat need shaving?
A little. But I digress. Who
Hmm.
wants to lead the word? Who out of us is the most people person?
Well, I'm not gonna talk to them.
Oh, Arken's still big.
Yay!
Somebody turn off that spell. Oh god, Koji's huge too. No! Hang on a second. Hang on a second. She's too big. Here we go.
Whoa, that's very tiny.
Yeah.
What is the size of a cat? Why don't you look that up in D&D wiki
It's
and tell me what the
tiny, I
size?
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Small.
Is
That's
it
tiny.
small? I thought it was tiny.
Is it?
It's tiny.
A goblin is small. A cat is tiny.
I am tiny and I cannot lie.
All
Also,
right.
I can't control my token.
I know. I'm fixing all of this.
Okay.
I can't.
We're
Yeah,
just gonna-
take a chill pill, Nari.
Well, I was
It
just letting
represents
them know.
patches. You should
Take
have
a chill
control.
pill, Patches, Dora, Nari, Chana. Thingamabobber.
Love you too, John?
Oh, thanks.
I mean, I guess
Oh,
you
God.
already knew that I loved you.
I love everyone. Or close to.
I mean,
Everybody's character token should be available to
I
everybody.
can definitely name one person that you don't love.
Yes.
No, Elaneiros' token isn't available to me.
To everybody in respective to the person that it should be respective to, and shut the fuck up.
I'm again very big.
Nari's gonna get slapped soon. Bitch, do you want a slap?
Sure.
You want some
Come over
slap?
and slap me.
I'll
Let's
do it next time I see
go.
you.
Sure.
We'll get Road to butt slap you. It's fine.
Hmm.
That seem to like butt slaps.
I mean, in worst case scenario, I am decently persuasive.
I mean, go for it. You seem to be the one with the with the best mind for it.
Alrighty then.
And axe throw.
I'm going to act.
He's murdering them. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna actively go towards the door unless I am stopped.
You are not stopped.
Alright.
Because you are just.
Then I'm just gonna say, it is still early. Morning, gentlemen.
Morning. If you just proceed to open the door does in fact open. Nobody stops you, and I'm going to do this.
And none of them respond to the fact that it's evening.
It's not evening.
Oh, it isn't. I thought it was.
It was
It's evening.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just glossing over it because it doesn't really matter. It's roleplay.
then I say evening. Well, whatever.
Good morning.
Guten Morgen.
I might have
Morgen.
taken that.
Martha,
Happy
And
Morning.
inside you find
come on.
an open waiting area. This time of night, it's fairly empty, but you have a clerk here and guards to prevent shenanigans.
What
So they're not doing a good
shenanigans?
job because we made it in.
We haven't done
Alright.
anything yet. Stop being a
Activate
bad.
code orange. What's
Code
code
what?
orange? Look up. It's the dinosaur delete button.
Fireball.
Oh no.
No, but I like dinosaurs.
All right,
But
They're
it's so
ancient
beautiful.
it's coming down. All right, gentlemen. I don't see anything on the ballot for 4 individuals. Did you have some other business here?
Is there a basement?
That's yes, but wait, hang on. Why would you? Oh, that's an odd question.
Excuse me, sir. I'll try and explain this. Oi. Nari, your microphone, I think.
No, your microphone is like exploding.
I thought it was
Someone
mine.
says at least.
Both Doc and Nari.
Well, I'm going to push it talk then.
Is mine doing anything right now?
No,
No,
right now it's
not
being
now.
fine. So I'm gonna try and explain situation of why we're here. We have We're a group of adventurers, you see. Name's Arkken Ironrunner. Pleasure to meet you.
If you so
And-
choose, also remember you have the writ of your like companionship.
Dragon Knight
Your,
buddies.
well,
Mhm.
also like the fact that you are actually officially adventurers. That's a piece of paper.
I'm gonna show him our adventuring license
Sure.
and say
Oh, okay.
we've gotten some disturbing news from a priest over at the church that someone is trying to do terrible things to the town, and we have our suspicions that they might be hiding at least close to this location. We would very much like to take a look around, make sure that nothing ill-mannered is happening.
I have
But
a
that's when I-
question.
Fuck!
Who are you asking?
The clerk.
Arch. The clerk. Okay. He's like, hey, you're
The
saying
wagon that's out
What?
back. When did it arrive?
There's a wagon out back?
Ah,
He turns to the guards. Did you guys know about the wagon out back? Were we expecting a shipment? I mean, I know the back door is used for delivery sometimes. I don't know anything about that.
can you take us to the back door? Because somebody has penetrated your defenses, apparently.
Excuse me, what penetrated the defenses?
They had something in the wagon, and it's no longer in the wagon. And there's nobody at the wagon.
I'm sorry. The main back door is basically used for prisoner deliveries. It's also used for some deliveries. You want us to take us to the prisoner? This is so unusual. Let me call in somebody. You say he's flustered and he's just like, this is completely. He's also worried about his job. He's like thinking about all the consequences of him going out of protocol, and so that's what's going through his head.
We're
He's like,
also
"Oh."
working for the Dragon Knights, so
Well,
if you could
oh,
The purple
please.
planes.
What?
I don't think we need to pile more official documentation on the march.
We're in a bit of a hurry.
Yeah,
And
but
if he's going to take the time to follow all of those protocols, then everyone in this building will be dead before he gets his answer. So perhaps he should
Dead?
Don't.
the door.
Arch, you're making it. Sir, look at me.
Yes.
If
Is it this
something
way?
Nope.
I start
Ar-
walking towards the store.
Oh, no, boy. You hold right there, son. He walks around the pillar. This is so unusual here. No. I'm clicking
Arch.
on the wrong tokens. Oh, God, I'm moving stuff around. Oh, Jesus.
Arch, please do calm yourself. We know this is very unusual, and we wouldn't just come in here in a sort of barging manner if it wasn't of some importance. If something is to happen with your job or anything, I will take full responsibility. If we do something unlawful here, I will take whatever blame comes with it.
See, that's just not fair, because he knows because he said that I won't do anything. I don't
The
know
guard
about you,
just
sir,
marks
but
it.
yeah,
guard
I'm
just
talking to
marks
the
it.
guard.
Yeah.
I go, I don't know about you, but I really hate a smart cow.
So, we would very much like to just take a look around. Anything that happens, anything that might go wrong, anything that might come down over your head, I'll take the blame for it. I don't want you to suffer because of our actions.
I understand, but I just don't. Oh, look, son. The guard standing next to him is like, I've been doing this for a few years. Just let me take care of this, and you just go into the next room. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's so outside my league. And he
Can I
wanders off.
insight check this guard?
Yeah, go ahead. He's
Like,
it's this one
so-
right here.
Yeah,
He
because
stepped up
what
to
it
the-
is, it's like, is he having him leave really for his sake? Or is he having him leave, maybe he's like trying to see basically, do I get to just like, maybe he's in on the activities and
Yeah,
he's
I know
going to
what you-
jump us?
Sure.
That's
Reaching
not the
for
right
his-
button.
You're just
That's
touching
the
the
right
man,
button.
checking his pockets.
He's investigating. He's like, let me see what's going on here. Yeah.
Digging through his pockets, yeah.
What's this?
insight-
Money from the crown, a note from the guard. Yeah, you're in on it, aren't you? No,
So,
that's,
yeah,
that's I am in the guard.
20 on my
Yeah,
insight.
you would say that, wouldn't you?
The look on his face as all of this was going on before you walked off. I get paid enough to keep my mouth shut, was the look on his face. And then as time went on, he just kind of like tightened his eyes up and fine. All right, go into the next room, please. You
Okay.
are not helping.
So nothing other than the, all right.
I'm tired
this
of
is gonna
listening
be
to you
big
whine.
This is going to be a big headache. I know how these adventures work. Just
Mhm.
you go away so I can actually handle this the way it's supposed to
And
be.
so
Okay.
he wanders off down here and disappears into that door. All right, so I'm not going to click on him anymore. Go away. All right, so this guy steps up here and is like, look, sir, this is still highly unusual. You must understand, but you can't go through here without an escort to explain everything. And he was not going to shut up. So if you want to come with me,
That is perfectly acceptable, good Sir God.
we can take you around the back and we'll take a look at this cart.
All
I would
right.
advise not getting too close to it. It smells of various poisons.
Yeah, well, it's worth checking out then. You go around sniffing the cart before you came.
I
Wizards.
didn't say I did.
So,
He's just looking at you, like looking up down the staff and everything. Wizards.
Arkens just
Yeah.
gonna pat the guard on the back. Yeah, he's a little odd, but he's very knowledgeable.
Lovable too. Let's go.
And so this guard goes out the front, takes you around the back, and I'm just going to teleport him there because there's nothing really needed to. Oh god! And Arch put himself on top of him, so I'm going to teleport Arch over there.
Yay.
You going alone?
That's
And
up
so
to
he
you
pretty
guys.
much pauses. So he sees the horse, and he pretty much pauses when he comes around and sees like all the glowing lights. What the?
See? Told you it was awkward.
Let's go join him. Koji, see ya. So,
Okay.
Yeah. I'm tending to a meowing cat.
Are you and the meowing cat coming with us?
Wouldn't you rather go with the rest of them, little one?
The meowing cat is meowing and scratching at a door.
He turns to the nearby guard. Can she see what's in the room? She won't stop.
Go right ahead.
Right.
You look at this. You actually pay attention for a second. Look at the sign in the room. It's like the room to go in to get like official paperwork done. You know, it's like the clerical office for official legal paperwork shit. So
Yeah. I'm then gonna open the door and go, we're gonna go take a look at the wagon, okay? Come join us when you're ready.
you see a room filled with people to wait, and a lot of stuff's being processed as they ask for their paperwork to be done, and two ladies working on several different items in front of them.
And all of them just saw a fully armored Dragonborn open the door for a cat who's currently spelunking in.
It's Cormier. They're like, oh, yeah, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
So, the
Saturday.
desk that they're at, does it have like bars above it or anything? Like, are they
Mm-mm.
behind something, or can I just jump over if I wanted to?
You can go down. You can jump over there if you want to. Yeah.
I'm gonna start snooping through documents.
Oh, one of the ladies come over here and rotate. Now, little one. I need to go nosing through any of that stuff. You want some attention? Come here. Oh, yeah, come here. And she starts giving you scratches on top of your head. And if you respond in a positive way, she'll scratch you down your back and all sorts of other scratches.
Beautiful. I'm still gonna try and snoop a little bit then.
As you start pawing at some of the items in front of you, the general gist of it is official paperwork and licenses for various things like I want to hold an event in this plaza. I want to open up a shop on this corner. I want to repurpose this building for a completely different purpose, so I'll need to demolish it. It's all sorts of different legal requests and documents and filings and stuff like that the public can come in here and make. And so If you want to try to find anything interesting, just for funsies, I can give you an investigation check, but the randomness involved with this request would make the check very high. I am unfortunately sorry you find more random bullshit.
Woo! Hey, worth a shot, right?
You gain a particular insight into the movings and goings of several different businesses as they shifted purchasing and zoning laws in order to consolidate several different taverns into one large tavern. So now you know why the Laughing Monk is as big as it is. It's because it actually consolidated 3 buildings into one.
That's fun.
But because of that, there might be some secret areas between the different floors and rooms because of how the buildings were joined together.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, we know what Pandora's gonna do when we get back to the inn.
Mm.
Scratch the shit out of the floor.
I want inside this floor right now. Opens it up. It's just dirt. Okay, over here. This one. Wait, she has a strength of 9. She's just lifting, prying up boards by herself.
Yeah. Team Beef and the Nerd, right?
Right?
And beefy for a cat.
For a cat, you're fucking strong. It's terrifying, actually, if you think about what a 9 strength can do on a cat's frame.
Did we ever find some gauntlets of ogre strength, or was that the other campaign?
That was the other campaign. We gave those to Otho Kent.
Okay, because it would have been funny to give them to the cat.
How would you put them on? It's like she doesn't like them. They're like cats with mittens on. She just shakes her hand a lot and she doesn't walk.
What we do is that we take one of the gauntlets and put it on her like a jacket.
And then enchant the fingers to constantly scratch her forehead. Yes! All right. From that diversion of catitude, we're going to go over here to the adventurers looking at a cart. The guards are like, what? Oh, yeah, hang on a second. This ain't right. Carts aren't just supposed to sit back here behind the... Especially, that's not even a prisoner transport cart. And he's walking around. Whose cart is this? He's obviously like having trouble, like,
Are there
seeing it around.
With it being kind of soft ground there,
Mhm.
are there footprints?
That would be a survival check.
Arkken.
Narkin, can
I'm
you
on it.
survive over here for a second? I need you to survive right here in this 5-foot square.
I will assist him.
You build a fire.
Woohoo.
Your
Arch could definitely get a fire going.
your camp crafting skill goes up by 1.
Nice.
Isn't it fire making?
Well, I mean, as a
All
subset of camp
I've
craft.
got is nine ranks into use rope, man.
I mean, you first have to open up campcraft for the tree to open up to get to fire making. So,
Well, I only have 22 fire making. I've leveled combat mostly.
okay,
You can make a torch? I guess you
maybe
could pile them?
I mean, if you really want to roll the chance to see if a torch will set things on fire, I mean, it's 25% chance per second. I mean, increases per. Anyways, wow.
Someday I want a game with a complex skill system like that.
No,
Just-
I want a game with Calvin Ball, where we just make up the rules as we go, and it suits whatever needs we need.
Oh, you want to play Blood Bowl?
Yeah. So there are footprints going inside. There is a light set of footprints and a heavy set of footprints.
Is it
One-
in the me category of heavy?
It is in the yes, but you would surmise by the footprint being the size that it is, it's likely because they were carrying something, not because they were themselves large.
Which door did they go in?
The only door right here. This is a window.
Oh.
All right.
As indicated by the shadow. You're the light that it casts through the window there.
I wasn't sure if they went in through this door or this door.
That's not a door. That is a decoration on the other side of the wall that's poking through.
Oh,
Well,
apologies.
that explains my confusion.
All right, so at least 2 individuals, and one of them carrying something quite heavy.
Hey, they went in here, and I'll push the door open.
You can't. It is locked and barred. Oh, you can't just walk through there. Here, hang on a second.
Oh, he says this as Art started to get out components to the knock spell. It's like, oh, I suppose that would be easier.
So he comes around the back end of the car. It's like, oh, what's that smell? I don't know if you ever smelled like stinky herbs like valerian root that some people take for. It's like that real pungent smell.
When you unlock the door, I would recommend standing back, as I will do so as well.
It's just the
Koji, Arkken.
he's kind of confused, but he's letting you do it because it's just the holding cells for prisoners we bring in.
They don't normally smell like that, though, do they?
No, it's this because he walked around the back of it. He was saying he was smelling this.
I thought he was smelling it coming from the door.
No, he walked around directly behind it. You haven't directly been behind it, and your bird's been on top. The doors are right here where the aromas are coming out. He walked right in front of it. And he's like, oh, what's that smell? You get that real pungent herby smell. Like, I don't know if you ever smelled valerian root. You know, people take it for sleeping. But it's like that, oof, that's real skunky.
Yeah, what is that?
I had a teacher in high school that ate so much garlic, he sweated garlic, and you could tell if he was in the building when you stepped into the school. Does that count?
Disgusting.
Arch, do you think this is related?
And so
Yes.
this would be, and this is the only kind of back door into the building. So it's either the front door or the back door. This one leads to the holding cells, but there's obviously a door right here. I don't know if I revealed that properly. Sorry. Door right here. And it's for you can deliver obviously stuff to the rest of the building through there too.
Koji, where's the cat?
I wanted to take a look inside of the room with official documents.
I point roughly in the direction of where I believe the cat to be and try to cast message.
A cat, some county over, receives a message.
It
Join us at the
can't be
cart.
that far.
No, I'm just kidding. Just completely misses. Whoa, hey, at the cart. What cart? Jesus.
You get the reply back. You dare speak to me, mortal?
Oh no, I missed.
Dear kitty cat, we are making progress in the back, and there's something definitely going on here. If you'd like to join us,
Patches, you
Does it
receive.
raise me or is- okay.
Yeah, it does. I don't know if stone blocks any of that.
if
I mean
it's
more
like
the
3
direction that he's
feet thick
pointing.
of it.
Well, I mean, there's stone wall here. Stone
Yeah, but
wall.
it can also go if there's openings and stuff. It travels.
Oh,
through that.
it's like a path. Okay, yeah, that gets
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
fine.
it'll take a path.
So the footprints led up to this door, right?
Yeah, like
Mhm.
somebody unloaded the cart and carried some shit in.
And there's guards inside. They're standing, looking all right.
They look fine, yeah.
Excuse me the interruption, gents. Has anyone made a delivery here to?
You okay there, son?
I'm
He's
fine.
a bit under the weather, but this is important.
Has anyone made a delivery tonight? Of any kind at all?
Not tonight, but this morning, early in the morning, that cart showed up and unloaded a whole bunch of crap.
Where
Carried
did
it
they
inside.
take said crap?
I was
Yeah,
just-
We're gonna need to take a look at said crap.
they took it inside, and I think they handed it off to what's his name? That new clerk,
Oh,
Roberto.
For the
What?
love of...
I say to the guard, was Roberto the guard, the person who didn't want to let us in?
Yeah, I think so.
Message back to the cat. Hey, find the guy who wouldn't let us in.
What is this 5 foot square thingy right here? Is this me?
What do you...
It's you. It's not us.
Yeah, we can click it. You put down something.
Yeah, what is that? How do I get rid of it?
I don't know where we're looking.
The
Click
front doors of the
and
courthouse.
Click and press delete. Like the delete button on the keyboard.
I don't
Yeah.
see anything.
It's right there.
I can't
Okay.
see it.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
I can click
You
it, but I
lost
can't
me.
do anything with it.
As
I
a note
did what I did.
for Nari, just in case you don't know, that is not the door he went through.
Okay, that's not what it is. It's not an effect that I started. thought he was trying to tell me
this
that.
door.
Fair.
Just letting you know. I wasn't sure if Nari knew it
I mean,
or not.
I'm more thinking that this place probably leads to the bigger place. That's kind of why
Central.
I'm going at the big door.
Sure. No, that's fine. I just want to make sure you knew it.
Okay, so you're scratching at the door, pressing it gently. Oh no, little one, they're having a session in there. Can't let you in. As cute as you are, you just be a distraction.
Persuasion.
Roll persuasion. What are you gonna do? Like the
I'm doing the
The
Puss in Boots thing.
Puss in Boots thing? Yeah, the
Big
kitty
cat
eyes.
eyes.
Fudge.
Oh,
Advantage for being a cat.
sure. You can roll advantage.
Really? Oh, that's awesome. Let's do it. Persuasion. Come on, don't fuck me over. Roll 20, please. not
Five.
another
Five.
nat
Roll a
one after
5.
Yesterday.
Can't roll a 5.
Thank fuck.
10 still would have got it. Still good job though. Oh, all right. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. And he leans over there and he just like very gently undoes the latch as quietly as possible.
The other guard by the door. John, seriously.
The guard by the doors is out there next to you, opening the back door
All
for
right, never mind.
you. It is a courtroom. Welcome to the show.
Someone's
Real life.
literally on trial.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's
Where-
sitting there. He's sitting right there.
So I'll say to the guard in front of us, where did the clerk take this stuff?
Take it inside. I think maybe take it to the judge's office.
Okay, we need to go there immediately. This is a moderately large emergency.
Well, that's through the courtroom, and that's
Okay.
they got an active court session, and the judge is doing his thing.
Is
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 there a
Is there a
thing-
window?
Is there a thing you can yell that makes it so we don't have to fight guards to just walk through?
Oh,
the
yeah.
room?
Is there a window?
That
to
also works.
a window to. Oh, there's a window. I mean, there's a window into his office around here. I mean,
Right.
Perfect.
In case there's nothing, we'll be paying for that window.
Well,
Wait,
we can
what?
look through the window.
hang on a second.
Let's look through the window.
Yes,
Friends.
yes.
Art's got the
So,
information he
what's
needed.
going on here?
He is now active.
Chaos crew activate.
Yeah,
all-
so
all of
what
us-
kind of session is going on here? Like, what's the guy on trial for? Can I pick up
Uh,
anything?
Okay, sure. If I can have the group at the window pause for a second.
Of course.
Paused.
Also,
The
poor
guy
guard,
is on trial. What?
also poor guard that's now following us. Like, what do you do? No, stop.
Hang on a second. This is. I was trying to prevent a disaster from interrupting all of this crap. Now you're doing worse things. The gentleman's on trial. For. How do I put this? Is there even a?
Activation.
What is there even an old term for this?
Ye olds something.
Ye old something. Yeah, that's it. The ye old
Cyntari,
murder.
it's called the same thing it's called now. Sodomy.
Sodomy. Wait, in Faerun, they never had a Sodom and Gomorrah. What would they call it? They were water deeping. Oh, Jesus.
And that's when I told her to enjoy my balder.
I hit her in the Undermountain. He's on trial for
They call it plundering the Underdark.
various skullduggery things like stalking, mugging, various acts of various immoral acts, against the community. He's been caught before. They're going over his history and what he was recently caught doing, which was peeking, stalking on a nice young lady he shouldn't have, and then going over what they should do with this repeat offender. It's just a very minor criminal trial.
Is it this guy who's in trial then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright, so just because I'm a cat and I'm an asshole, I'm gonna walk on over and pee on his feet.
Okay, roll stealth to try to get up there without anybody trying to stop you once you get past this point. I think that's called like the well. You can't get into the well without. Nope. It's like the prosecutor, or sorry, the defender here walks. Oh no, little one, it's not a place for you in the well. No, I know you're interrupting things. The judge doesn't like things being interrupted. Hang on now.
Oh,
Says
he's really about to not like us.
the judge steps forward. It's like, let's hang on a second. We got an interruption in the court. Can somebody please gently get to escort this feline out of here? We're trying to have an official proceedings here, and distractions will not be tolerated.
I'm gonna run over here and start scratching at this door. Just hoping that they let me out through it.
Into the door is like, come on now. And so the guards start maneuvering their way around and start ushering their way out. Gosh, this is a lot of moving parts here.
Sorry.
It's okay. It can be fun as long as everybody's on board.
They're trying to do the corner the cat thing, and the cat just keeps running.
Yeah, and they're wearing like
Pretty much.
armor, and like the patrons are not helping. Like this one's in the back, like, no, it's careful, don't grab it. I'll watch it. He's up and back behind. This one's giving from the side. Hang on, wait, hey, get over here, you little fucker. Come on, just catch the thing so we can proceed. And so that is going on inside as a big distraction. And we're going to pause. Okay, I'm not going to keep moving these things around.
No, that's okay. I mean, basically, I'm gonna the thing here is I'm gonna keep running around, but every time I'm gonna start scratching at this particular door, hoping that they will soon realize the only way to get this cat out of here is to open that door and just let it run through there.
Sure. What we're going to do at this particular point in time is pause your current actions, leave the guard in position a distance away from you so we can continue the shenanigans as we need to. We might throw some checks in there if they get close, yada, yada, yada. But we're going to shift back over to the other group at the window.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you guys get up to the window, and it's a high-up window. Those old court buildings. They got that nice solid base of stone at the bottom, and then up above that, they actually have the, building built up onto that. So it's a few feet up above you, Maybe if you had a large cast on you could peek right in through there, but maybe somebody's going to need to get a boost to look through that window. At least about 12 feet overhead.
All right, I'll climb up on Koji.
He starts lifting Arch.
Up you go.
Once I step on his face, and as I'm saying, I was like, I could have just had my bird fly over here. This was kind of pointless, but fun.
We need to get in.
I was like, Koji starts lifting Arch. He just like lays down, starts benching him. Getting swole.
I touched the window. Well, is the window open or is it locked?
It's
like
locked.
I try to lift
but it's mortared pane glass inside of several slats of wood to provide six, 3 panes of glass on the bottom, another 3 rows of glass, another 3 rows of glass, providing a multi-pane window. And it's latched with an old school, twist latch on the inside.
Okay. I'm going to hold my staff out horizontally and put it to about the height where I believe both Koji and Arkken can reach easily. And I'm going to cast a movable object on it.
Okay. Your staff that they can freezes in place.
Yep. So I go, great. Now, how do I get this open?
What about just telling us what's in there?
Can I see what's in there from where I'm standing?
Yes. I was like,
the guard looking at these shenanigans.
And I'm standing on my staff now. So
Arkken, you're hearing him mutter to himself as he's kind of staring wide-eyed into the middle distance as he's considering his career collapsing in front of him. Purple dragons, adventures, Purple
Sorry,
Dragons
mate.
Adventures.
You're gonna
Sir,
want
if
Form
you just go and check
26
on
B for
the
this one.
wagon.
I'm just, I didn't see what you're doing. I just noticed this wagon back here. Yay, look, well, this wagon should be back here. What's this doing here? My career's not going down the shitter because of these fools.
I don't blame him.
I do.
Why would you? I
What
wouldn't
do
want
you
none.
see?
All right, let me get my reveal tool. Sorry. For the stream, I was adjusting my nutsack.
Wow.
About hell.
And so you see the judges' chambers, very opulent. They have a conference table there for deliberations, several, obviously, historical books of legal proceedings in the past, for precedents, legal law from all across Faerun, including, well, gosh, does that book say Thay? That's real fucking weird. And everything else that you could see is completely empty.
Why is there
He's
a
having a
book on-
session.
Why is there a book on the table called Nymphology?
Nymphology. Well, look, you get bored.
Koji, I don't see anything particularly uncouth at first look.
How about detecting?
I'm standing on my staff. What are you doing?
I'm coughing.
Dying.
Oh. Detect what?
Can you detect if there's anything magic in there? Like, I don't know,
I mean, if you-
necromancy?
If you give me 10 minutes.
Okay.
Roll dexterity. Arch.
Me?
Arch. Yeah. You're balancing on a staff trying to cast a ritual spell.
I didn't say I was casting it.
Oh,
Sir.
okay. I thought you said give me 10 minutes like you were doing it.
I said if you give me 10 minutes.
Oh, if. Okay, sorry. So you said give
yeah.
me.
And I said,
Or
sure.
I mean, do we want to do that, or do you just want me to get inside?
I mean, at least let's confirm suspicion before we commit a felony.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I think this will just be easier. I'm going to Mystic Step inside.
And you do so.
All the weight I was holding up suddenly vanished. What happened?
It's
Without
been
your staff.
vanished.
Standing on a staff.
I've been
Oh,
standing
I
on my
thought it
staff
was-
for a while.
I thought you were using it to balance, but I was still carrying your weight. My
No, I cast a movable object on it, so it's stuck in the middle of the air.
Yeah, it's a movable rod right now.
Yep. And it's still stuck outside.
bad. Koji's
Yeah,
still
it'll-
thinking he's holding it up then.
I did
That
that so
way-
you guys would have something to pull yourself up on. When I step on the inside, can I reach the latch on the window easily?
Easily, yeah. These
Yeah,
shelves
I
can
step
lift
in,
up.
I latch it, and I open the window. I was like, you can climb up. That'll hold you.
This flimsy thing?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And carefully climb. Clearly
It'll
not
hold up-
trusting it.
Yeah, it'll hold up to 4,000 pounds at this level, so.
It doesn't move. It might as well have been a mountain. You just tried to pull yourself up over.
I'll never understand magic. Right, inside.
It's completely solid leverage point. You can use it to pull yourself up and push off of to get yourself into the window.
That was more like he's climbing in, but he's still feeling sick, so he just goes on the floor.
Roll a
Oh.
Constitution saving throw, Koji.
All right. How's that?
You start coughing, but you're able to keep it suppressed to a lower volume.
I'm going to have to grind up some more gold tonight.
It's well, if he coughs loudly enough, people in the next room might hear him.
No, I'm just thinking about his material components.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna reach out a hand and try to help the next one in.
While this is happening, can I do an investigation check or an Arcana check to look? I mean, I'd say I'd probably lean more towards investigation because I'd be smelling, trying to see if I smell those herbs, hunting
Sure.
for something suspicious.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take a
Roll an
20 on it.
investigation first. Okay. Roll a will save. You resist the urge to open up your bag and just scoop every book you see into it. But in the process of investigating these books and the
These are
area that you're
law
in,
books. It's not like there's a chicken book.
chicken law,
Is there a chicken law book? Yeah.
Avian law, bird law.
Chicken law, I'd like to voluntarily
Ant
fail
law.
the save. Hi, Storm.
Are Arkken and Elaneiros coming in as well?
Is there anything in there? Do we really need to?
The investigation check. Sorry, I was responding to something in Discord and looking at something else. The investigation check leads you to what was described to you as like a crate or a crap in a box was brought into this room from what the guards in the other room was understanding. So you're like, okay, if a box was in here, where would you put it? On the floor, on the table, stuff like that. You're looking around, you're trying to smell. And what you notice is like just inside right about here, you get like this really pungent whiff, like something very strong smelling was there. You lean down and like just instinctively like hey, what? Touch your hand to the floor and you feel on your fingers and it's like, oh, what's this? Like an oily substance on your fingers. It's an essence of something like I know these things have been used for bullshit stuff, but these things are real things. Essential oils. They're oils that are pressed out of plants and things to produce like the essence of them. The smell. It's like
it's an extract. Like
yeah, an oil
Yeah.
extract. Thank you. It's an extract, like some sort of like mixture that. Oh, Koji.
Yep.
What are you doing as you're controlling your coughing and as you're standing around?
I was standing by the window. Like, if someone's trying to get in, I'll give them a hand. If not, then I'm just staying out of Arch's way for the most part. But I'm like looking around every once in a while, so it's not actually investigating, just sort of looking. Like anything that would be obviously out of place. He's not the investigatory type, but he is used to like keeping an eye on fronts and stuff.
Okay. It smells potently of. I fail at being able to do horticulture or say anything about flora and things like that at this point in time, but essences of plants and mushrooms and spores and things like that distilled down. You'd only use these types of plants for necromancy. You'd only use these types of plants for invoking a twisting of magic beyond like a simple blast of energy, beyond a simple sealing or an opening or anything like that. This would be used for something darker. And it would fit in your mind an unhallow spell. If something like this was used to desecrate an area, to bring about unholy stuff, you would see very clearly something like this being used. As you walk back over there to talk to Koji, a sweet scent hits your nose.
What's that?
Arch smells sweet a little bit. Something on Arch.
Arch, did you step in something?
I don't believe so.
Give me a moment here. This is going to be weird, okay? But hold still.
Elaneiros, you barely have any capability of lifting yourself up. It's like you can't get a grip on the stick to pull yourself up. Your weight balance is off. Arkken has to grab you.
Yeah.
But the two of you can manage to push your uncoordinated ass up into the window if Arkken chooses to help from behind. Arkken, do you want to put two hands, one on each chink of a big firm furbolg?
Oh, sorry, my microphone didn't register. As I said, I will give him all the support and shove him all the 10 feet up in the air I can.
Koji, that oil he has on his fingers smells fragrant to you, pleasant. And then suddenly, like the whiff just, like you smelled something too sweet for too long. It doesn't smell sweet to you anymore. It's back to being what Arch would smell.
Out of curiosity, what is Arch's reaction to Koji doing this sniff sniff?
Okay, just stand there and go, interesting. It's a curiosity to him at best.
Your hands smelling sweet.
It's the one that was touching the ground.
No, not sweet, not sweet. Rotten, it's rotten. As he literally covers the nose holes.
You may also have a sinus infection that can alter your perception of smells. Interesting.
He looks at you looking sweaty, pale, and having coughed up his lungs not too long ago. You think?
I do. Anyways, is there any...
Or look pale? The scales
That's how sick
color?
you are. Yeah. So is there anything else that leads me like, oh, hey, they decided to like hide it somewhere or move it somewhere?
It's been moved somewhere else. So after they brought it in, they did something with it. It's no longer.
And as far as I can tell, there's not like a trap door or anything like that.
No. This room seems to have been tiled some really fancy marble. It's real nice greenish marble here.
I'm gonna walk around tap my feet on the carpet, just
around this little carpeted area here.
Yeah, both of them. Both this
while he's
both
doing
one
that
and that one. I'll show you that.
While he's doing that and the other two are working their way into the window, I will sit down and ritually cast Detect Magic.
If you two are both getting in the window, you can move in.
Like that.
Yeah, so I'll sit down here while they're doing this.
Arkken is going to stay outside and keep watch.
Okay, you have an
as you say that, Reginald lands on the branch right next to you and looks at you kind of funny, like, why are you bothering doing that?
I'm going to look funny at Reginald and say, "As if you're going to rear guard for a reason. I'm going to climb up on the goddamn staff." Breaking into a courthouse. Wife's ready for me to die, but if she has to bail my ass out, she's going to kill me.
Too old for this shit. That's what I'm waiting for.
Can Ela roll anything on the oily substance?
Yeah, I'm doing D&D. Is that okay with you?
Like medicine or something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you want to say hi to everybody
Roll
real quick?
medicine.
All right. Hey, Daddy, some gushers.
I'll gush for you.
Sorry.
What are we gushing for?
I hope your
Gush
daughter
and
did not
gasp.
hear that.
Can I
she
have a
couldn't hear
gusher?
anything. Yeah, I'd share some gushers with you. Come on by.
I've never
All
had
right.
a gusher.
Oof.
They're quite...
What did they even taste
Well,
like?
I mean, there's some videos that can teach you how to... Never mind.
What do they even taste like in this What?
They're very
well,
juicy,
No
full of flavor.
flavor. It's pungent.
I also like Starburst, especially the lemon ones.
So if those are gushers, are the
Thank you.
Starburst the ones in the back, or
Oh man.
Anyways, Elaneiros.
Remind me of that when we're done. There's a conversation we need to
Oh
have.
no.
Uh-huh.
Elaneiros, the poisons and substances that you can smell, if you smell his fingers or sample your own section of that oil patch on the floor there. Wow. Why would anybody want this stuff? Wouldn't that shut down your kidneys? Holy crap, if you ingested this with tea, that would completely paralyze your lungs. And so on and so forth. It's just terrible shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
Arkken, do you still have that stuff in your fingers?
What stuff?
Sorry, not Arkken, Arch.
Leave me alone. Concentrating.
Yeah, just want to just borrow me that finger for a moment.
We need to remove all of that from you.
Stranger
Just
danger.
Very bad.
Just gonna sniff that finger like it's a marker.
Stop. Sniff your own finger. At least you know where that's been.
You know, this is kind of addicting after a while. Do you think this is killing brain cells?
Oh, you don't have any brain cells left.
Koji,
What? Yes.
what in the
There you
Nine
go.
Hills are you doing?
He has this sweet substance on his finger. It smells real sweet. Have a whiff.
Yes.
Just
No!
hold on,
I
the finger
told you
still
not to, and I
attached.
told you to get rid of it.
I mean, okay, I'll unsheath the dagger.
No.
And I'll carefully scrape it off of his finger.
Koji, you have a piece of cloth in your backpack.
Yes, and that will just smear it around. If you have poisonous substances, you scrape them off.
We also have
Cut off
water.
some skin too.
Or use soap. Like
Does
a
this
normal
look like the
person.
situation where you'd make soapy water and wash the boy?
Yes.
Okay, you go ask the judge if they have water in here.
I pull on my water skin and grab my soap from my backpack.
Why do you have that?
I am a giant cow man. If I did not take proper baths, I would strangle all of you with my musk.
No, I get that, but on you instead of at the inn.
I have my traveling pack.
Fair enough. No further questions. All right.
Proper phrasing for a courthouse, that is.
All right, you take over. I guess I now have a poison dagger.
Apparently Arch is gonna get his fingers centrally washed by the giant cow man.
Hey, what's
I'm-
this doing to your concentration, Arch?
I'm fine.
It's good. Stop. That's weird. I gotta sit down for a second. Stop. Hey, time to go. You want to stand up and join us? No. All right. So you clean off the poison off of his hands, and your investigation reveals that the item has been removed from this place. What is your next step?
Has my ritual casting of detect magic gone off?
It has. You
Anything
detect
magical?
Oh gosh, sweet Jesus. Yeah.
In the room.
Oh, in the room? I don't know about that. I mean, the magic in the air between you and Koji means licking your fingers.
No, yeah, I mean, but
That's
you know
fair
that.
There's
He-
some special magic
hey,
going on between you
he's
and
put me to
Koji right
bed
now.
more than one night. Just saying.
Dragon scale. Oh, I'm sorry. Looking for the button to click. There it is.
I like it when he ruffles my jammies. He's cold-blooded. He needs somebody to help him stay warm at night.
So, there is signs of necromancy from inside of that table or that desk right there.
I will walk over and open said desk.
And you investigate, digging through several things. You probably pried through that before, but didn't really pay attention to much of the things because it was very innocuous looking. But as you do so with your new arcane vision, you see a small bauble that you previously passed over as a paperweight It's in the top drawer, it's in your right-hand drawer there. Reach in there, grab, the quick drawer for grabbing stuff. Mikey, I will feed you later. Stop doing that. It's a small little sphere. You instantly know what it is when you look upon it. It's a ascending stone, but it's a special one. In so much that it was carved from bone into its particular sphere-like shape. And for some reason, as you keep looking at it, you understand more and more about it.
Maybe some references I picked up from the books I read.
And this is a little different. This is you're looking at a lava lamp kind of situation. You're just staring at it and you're learning things. This was intended to allow communicated sending between two individuals only if they're able to prove who they are. The sending stone only works if blood is spilt upon it. And you can see tiny little etchings in it, giving it a very smooth surface. Or giving it a very textured surface where the blood would travel along and seize. Activate. Almost in a way kind of like our modern biometrics to prevent its use. But
seems our, and this is the judge's desk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Seems our local magistrate has been communicating with somebody.
Oh.
Requires his blood to activate. And based off the necromancy aura about it, I'm willing to bet it's probably somebody that we've talked to before.
Lovely. So Judge Darcy then.
It is a judge-spiracy.
So we just go in and behead him right now?
That's kind of how I feel. Let's go.
All right, we're going to stop right here. We're going to move over to Patches, who has been running wild in this entire courthouse. Everything's in pandemonium. I know it's against the law to harm a cat. Just get it out of here. And he's just...
Is that the judge?
Mm-hmm. And yeah, as we shift scene over to what Patches is dealing with right now.
No. Just confirming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering whether they can actually hear all the commotion while they're in there.
It's stone and a heavy door. I mean, it's meant so he could have privacy for deliberations and stuff like that. So they may be hearing a bit of the ruckus, but it's muffled to the point where if they're having their own conversations about licking fingers, that they might not have noticed.
Yeah, but why would they have a conversation about licking fingers, right?
It's weird. I know. I don't know why I brought it up. Look, if you just get it out of here, just get it into once in that room, just let it in there. And okay, fine. And he walks up there and he opens the door for you.
Immediately ran in.
Now close it. And the door closes behind you. And you're in the room. There's a window here, and there's no other way out. Now let's get back to business. Please.
Oh, there's a person in there. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great. Don't worry about it. I'm not about to do something dumb.
I'm willing to bet it's not nearly as dumb as what I'm going to do soon.
Yeah, oh well.
So, she's sitting, and it's going to be awkward if I move her around because the figure doesn't change position.
Fair.
It's like, oh, little one. It seems like you've been causing quite a commotion. Been putting time out, have you?
I am going to cast Spider Climb on myself. And I'm going to walk up the wall and onto the roof and hiss at her.
What kind of cat are you?
Basically, I'm trying to spook her so much that she leaves the room and I can get out. I am
Okay.
literally trying to start commotion.
Let's see if let's just do a check. Let's see what her mental fortitude is for seeing after all the noise in the next room. This door's not quite so thick. There's no extra padding or whatever you want to say for the judge's room. So she heard quite a bit more of what was going on out there. And then this happens. The judge yelling, "Shut the door, lock it in there." And then you start doing this.
Yep, that's
Okay,
what
so
I was thinking.
Let's do a check. And let's see if she has the mental fortitude to keep her cool.
Do I roll intimidation?
Go for it. Let's do that. Roll intimidation. Let's see.
So,
Yeah, no. So,
to make things worse,
okay, go ahead.
I hiss at her and then go, "No one will ever believe you."
Ah! She runs out of the room, bursting it open, and just she's hovering on her little invisible scooter chair as she runs out of here. Oh God, she's stretched out. My God, what are you doing to her? Grab the wrong section of that token, hit the edge. So she scoots herself out of here. I'm never coming back.
I am going to just walk back onto the floor and just walk out like nothing happened.
Meow. What? I want that cat out of here. Sir, we can't do anything to the cat. It's against the law.
Should I make this even worse, you guys? I'm asking you because I don't want to be a total doofus here.
I'm compiling something in my head, a timing situation. You've been running around for a bit. They've been licking fingers in there. It's a weird situation in that room. Don't ask. When they're done, is this about the right time?
I don't know. Is it?
Arch?
Yeah. If it is, I would open the door. I was like, oh, now he cares about laws.
And who is this in my office?
I am the one who found this, and I will hold up the orb.
Arrest that man! And the guards come to
Incorrect.
surround you.
Arrest him. He's a necromancer.
I am not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm a judge.
Yes, you are.
I'm a judge.
Both. You can be both. I don't judge.
I judge. Hang on. We're not playing word games here, you fool. Arrest him and throw him in the jail cells. Guards. And so more guards are coming.
I have spider climb on right now, so now I can actually get in there, right?
Yeah.
As a point of order, he is a judge, not an officer. He cannot actually arrest me.
I could put you in contempt of court and have you held, and that is enough for me.
Well, I'm not in contempt of the court. I'm just in contempt of you. There's a difference.
I am the court. I am the Senate.
Oh, no, well, not for long, considering that I'm an authorized agent of the Purple Wizards, and I'm hunting down necromancers. And this is an item used specifically for necromancers to communicate with each other. So, would you like to explain yourself?
Roll persuasion, Arch.
My wife's gonna kill me.
Meanwhile, I'm
moo.
I'm just gonna
persuasion. You said
stick nearby.
Yes.
Just give the various guards that are approaching the lair.
Ela, what just happened?
I have no idea. I'm still stuck in the room.
Yeah, sorry, there's not much space for wide shoulders here.
I would also like you to explain exactly why several poisons were delivered into your office, set there long enough to leave a remaining stench, and also where those poisons were taken.
All right. Several things are happening all at once. Several people are expressing agency, and NPCs have their own agency.
I mean, I'm just talking to
Arkken
Ela.
whispers don't. That's to Ela. Pandora casts Charm Person on the judge,
Indeed.
and Arch is trying to be persuasive with his argument and failing.
Pretty much. As Arch does.
Well, I'm a wizard, not a sorcerer. What do you want from me?
Yeah, exactly. You're not as good as I am.
The judge now
Is that
regards
the
the
save against
Yes.
the
No, hang on a
harm?
second. Wisdom saving throw does with advantage if your companions are fighting it.
They're not
Fighting.
fighting it.
Uh,
They're arguing with him.
There's hostility.
it's hostility, and I'm wondering. It fails saving charms.
I wonder
But he doesn't
how, I
know.
wonder why.
He doesn't know that the cat is with us.
Yeah, I mean, there's a whole thing here. I'm just considering that normally you wouldn't have to consider because
I mean, I was
a
a
player is
nuisance
a cat.
recently.
Yes, I know. And if this works, it's going to be odd for him. So I have to role play that. I'm just making sure this is going to go right. Okay. Not technically with the cat to the point of hostilities. The cat is likely unattached to the rest of the group in his mind and just a separate nuisance. And his evening is just shit. Because
Fair.
his entire he's trying to have court and this is happening. You know, I was like, the hell I have to deal with this crap.
Also, a guard may or may not be losing his job.
I'm watching this card. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So this is what happens, Patches.
Mm-hmm.
He gets charmed by you. His demeanor does not change because he's not talking to you. Okay? You are not associated with the group in his mind. Okay. So he's still wanting to bring order to what's going on about the judge office being invaded and other people coming out of it. Arch is unable to provide a persuasive argument for the guards to consider his statements to be valid. So they're still trying to bring things under control. Arch, for your perspective, they're also this counselor is not anywhere near you. They have backed off. Let's just move some things out of the way here. This guy is still going to sit here. He's going to turn a little bit. They are police officers bringing order to the situation so they can figure things out later, right?
Right.
So they're just coming to detain you. And their weapons aren't really drawn, but their hands are on weapons just to make sure you weren't starting shit. Okay.
I want to
And now the guard, now that's the scene. And as you cast a spell, the judge doesn't change his demeanor, but he reaches down for you as he's doing everything else. This is just like a part, he's just telling, come here, kitty, as he's yelling at these other people.
I'm hopping into his arms.
Okay, so he picks you up and he starts petting you and stroking you, and it's normal for him to do so, as so his behavior dictates. And he's just, I am not a necromancer, I am a judge. I will have order in my courtroom. Get these men into a cell, and we will sort out your adventureship later.
You do not have the authority to impede our investigation.
Elaneiros, are you trying to incite his statement? And Arch, I will get to what you're trying to do in a second.
That's fine.
He very much, his statement about being a judge comes across very much convicted. He seems very clear to him that he is a judge.
Yeah, I'm not doubting that. It is the first part, necromancer.
The necromancer part also seems true. As far as from the way he's inflecting and the way he's saying these words, it doesn't seem like he's stumbling, hitching, pausing, or a change in tone indicating that he's lying to you.
Fine. Let's assume that you may be correct. What about your assistant? Would he have access to be able to put this in your drawer on your side of your desk?
Who? Roberto? Yes, he does. He brings in all my paperwork all the time.
Guards, can you please go and seize Umberto?
This is so unusual.
I understand that, and I am sorry for interrupting your court, Your Honor, but this is a greater matter than that. If it wasn't, I wouldn't interrupt.
Meow.
And since you're reacting to us in the way you are, I assume that there may be some truthfulness to your statements, as if you were working with them and you knew exactly who we were, you would have already ordered the guards to kill us, not detain us. So, can we please speak to Roberto?
Roll persuasion with advantage. As the culmination of the scene comes down to this, let's see if you are persuasive. You are not.
No.
Kid.
Not.
And he's an older gentleman, so when he says kid, he's not trying to be derogatory. Arch can still have an issue with the word. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's just his intent was not to be. Oh my God, kid, I don't have time to filter through every single thing that adventurers want to do. You want to investigate some things? I need order in my court. I need you out. If you have business with Roberto, you do it out of my courtroom. Guards escort them out.
Fine, I'm leaving.
But he is not going to assist you. Your persuasion was unsuccessful.
That's fine.
Right. I'm just following him out.
No other attempt by anybody else to persuade or continue any of this?
I mean,
I am going to do one thing, actually, yeah. So, any questioning we make of him will not be impeded, then? Is that to my understanding?
He does a slight Picard facepalm as he grabs his head and like he's fighting off a headache. It's like, just leave the courtroom.
Understood.
meanwhile, the cat is just in his arms still.
Mm-hmm. And as he turns to sit back down at his desk, in a very familiar motion that is actually quite unfamiliar to him, he sets the cat down onto the table, onto his desk, starts petting it like he expects you to settle into a certain spot, and he's going to continue proceedings with you sitting on the desk with him.
I'm gonna lay down in a way where I'm facing him, but
Mm-hmm.
no one can actually like see my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it for now.
Oh, is Ella coming with us?
Ella's typing something. And I'm letting it happen. Putting stuff back to where they were.
Just gonna wait for Nexus to finish typing.
Mm-hmm. Jeez.
You're a piece of shit, but if you want to repent, I'm here for you. Yeah. You're a piece of shit. You need to repent. Oh, geez, thanks.
I can help you die if you want.
Yeah.
Arch is just walking to the store.
Okay.
If this guard says anything, he'll be like, oh, judge said we could.
This cart, sir, is interesting out here. I'm just watching this cart, not being involved with any of this adventuring bullshit. Mm-hmm. Cart's real
Hey,
great.
Smartest guard in the building. And then I'll open the door.
Mm. And to provide some verisimilitude to the fact that you said that, one of the guards from inside here is going to like, yeah, just let them go. And he's kind of like watching. He's going to take up his position, like watching you.
Oh, hello.
Did you find what you needed without any too much trouble? Did you? I heard all this commotion inside.
I found exactly what I needed. And Right when everybody's in proper position, I show him the orb.
Oh, well, what's that?
Oh, I'd make you a deal. How about you prick your finger and put some blood on it, and I'll let you know what it does.
Why would it? No, I don't want to bleed. Stop. It's so weird.
The delivery you brought in today, where are the poisons?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. It was
No.
brought in through the back door, given to
Mm-mm.
you. You took it to the judge's office. It sat there for a while, and then it's been removed.
Can you get the guards in here? These men are troublemakers, and they need to be removed now.
Understand, if you're working for who I think you're working for, you know who we are, and you know I will kill you if you do not lead me to what I'm after. You be quiet.
I don't feel comfortable right now. Honey, I don't think this is normal procedures. What's going on?
All of you sit down and be quiet. Roberto, where did you take the components to the ritual?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Insight.
I've already rolled it, but sure.
Oh, did you, Koji? I'm sorry. You have to speak up. I'm actually like in my head. I'm not paying attention to much. I'm actually in my head role playing.
I didn't want to interrupt the
Sure.
pure deluge of things.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 1. Arch is convinced he's guilty regardless.
Arch can feel he doesn't get you fail to get a read on him is all you do. Your beliefs are unchanged.
I presume it's the same for both of us then?
Koji, he's hiding something. He's you're not sure if he's guilty, but he's not telling you something related to Arch's question. Elaneiros, when he saw that orb, his eyes flashed to it, and you noticed a small narrowing of the pupils, and he's like, shit. He recognizes it.
Really?
He's lying because he recognized that.
Koji, dear.
All right. Okay. Does Elaneiros let us know that he was lying, or?
Yeah. Sir, if you can just give us your arms and then gonna grapple.
Okay. Yeah, roll grapple.
All right, I'm assisting
Just,
on that.
he does recognize the orb, Arch.
Excellent. Once they grapple, if they get him grappled, let me know.
That's his roll.
Do I roll or do you roll? Or do you one of us roll?
Elaneiros asked to do the grappling, so he's the one that's going to roll.
I'm just helping.
Is it athletics or
it's athletics?
What is it?
It's just straight up athletics.
Oh, come on.
He slips out of your hands. The guy is slim. The guy has got that lanky frame, and he just twists.
Because of help?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and roll advantage. Sure. Thank you, Koji. Like I said, speak up. Okay, so you grab a hold of him. Koji, you do the whole thing where he's backing away and you're the wall. And Elaneiros grabs a hold of him. Koji, put your arms down on his shoulders and provide the iron to hold him in place, so to speak, while they manipulate his limbs.
Hold him tight, please.
As they're doing that, I do want to say a thing, just semi out loud, but into his ear.
Mm-hmm.
If you're what we think you are, then you know who I am and what I did in your little clubhouse. It's in your best interest to sit still.
Your breath smells like poison. What are you?
Also, that's the intimidation check.
Right. He's terrified of you, but he's also turns his wide eyes to you and says that.
As they got him pinned down, I'm going to take out my small knife and I'm going to make a small cut on his hand and get his blood on the orb and then activate it so I can talk to whoever he's been talking to.
As the orb activates, Patches, you tell him that. The magic of the spell takes over and this becomes accepted behavior from you for the duration of the spell. He's like, "Don't worry, we'll take care of it. Everybody gets the justice they deserve." And everybody else just sees him
How
whispering.
creepy
to
is
the
that? A
cat.
judge is sitting there playing with the cat and goes, "Yes, Kitty, we shall punish him properly."
We shall punish him as we need.
But
Yeah.
specifically the cat he told the guards to remove, which was put into a room with a lady, then ran screaming from the building. And now he's just
And
petting
who's
it.
just been accused of being a necromancer and a spy.
Mhm.
Yup.
Hey, you know,
Mm. You guys are a magical
All in
group
a
of
day's
individuals.
work, baby.
The Chaos Crew advances in the plot.
We're not
All right.
murder
He
hobos,
beat
we
in the
just cause
nerd.
chaos.
All right, so we're going to circle back around to Elaneiros. Did you ask him a question? Or Koji, you just wanted to intimidate him?
I
And that
just
was
want
it.
to intimidate him to not pull any bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, and he said that you smelled like poison and you didn't know what. He's like, "What are you?" As he looks at your face. And you got him grappled and intimidated. What's next?
Yeah,
Maybe let these
I was
innocent
gonna.
people
I was-
out before
Oh
we...
yes, you did the arch. Sorry, the orb thing slipped my mind.
Oh yeah, the other people in here are probably terrified.
Yeah, it's like you locked the door; they can't leave, and so they're just, he's gonna take his hover chair. Thank you, sitting figures. And back himself up to the wall. So they're out of the way. So let's just leave them there.
So hold tight, this is over quick.
So the sending stone activates, and there's a weird feeling because it's necromantically activated. You feel almost like a spiritual conduit forming instead of a normal telepathic communication, but it serves the same function. It reaches out to the end point. I did not want to hear from you unless it's complete. It's too soon. You!
Hello.
Silence.
Oh, no threats this time?
Severing of connection. Make a will save.
I will do so.
Take 9 points of psychic damage as the backlash. That's half. As the backlash from essentially there are spells out there that counter scrying. He decided to fuck you a little bit by breaking the sending stone, and that sent a backlash down the end of it, like somebody countering a scrying.
Ow. Yeah, that was him.
You see a ghostly spark. It doesn't seem like electricity, but it seems like sparking. Lash out from the stone to him, and the stone cracks.
Yep, it was him. So,
That's
Roberto,
confirmed then.
as I've got blood trickling down out of my nose now. I go, so there's no point in lying to us. He's going to believe that you've told us everything anyways, and your only hope is to tell us what we want to know, and hopefully we end up defeating him, and he doesn't get a chance to pull your entrails out, make them into a necklace, and make you dance for eternity in suffering and pain.
That's
So,
surprisingly accurate.
We've been to a couple of his places. I've read his books. So I ask again.
He actually, when you say you have his books, he looks at you in terror.
So I ask again, where did you take the material components for the ritual?
There's a moment, a silent, pregnant pause hovers in the air as he considers the reality of what's around him. He processes. Before the judge arrives, you can move the judge's dais, and there's stairs to the basement. And he starts crying.
Just to be sure, is the judge aware of your doings, or is this your own thing?
He starts sobbing. I was supposed to set him up, frame him.
Very well. Coach is going to look over the two people. And who are the two of you in relation to this one?
I just wanted to get married.
Well,
He points over at the woman.
Well, I'm a sergeant, and there's a cleric. Take your pick.
Congratulations. That's quite nice.
We do apologize for ruining the occasion. Here, Arkken's got to put 20 gold pieces on the table in a little bag. Apologies.
I can marry you.
Well,
Right.
maybe they were just getting their certificate. I hope he would do better than this little room. She deserves a dress.
We
and
have to sign the
parents to be there.
paperwork. Says the guy. The guy's getting real defensive.
Uh-huh. So Arch is going to turn. So, do you have a job, young man? Even though this guy's probably older than Arch.
What?
You can prepare for her welfare properly.
Just don't.
Do you have the money for the proper
That's-
wedding? Have you
No,
paid
no,
her
no.
dowry?
Stop.
Look,
Stop.
I've got sisters. This is important.
If I was, can you push him over here? I'll grapple him too.
No.
him too.
Arch, we
No.
can take care of the lovely couple once we've dealt with the
No.
problem.
I need an
Yes,
answer to
yes.
this. It is important to me.
Just to be clear, we're not taking care of you. We're taking care of you.
No, not like that. Well, I might. It depends. Have you
No,
have you
it does
dishonored her?
Stop.
I'm
No,
a carpenter.
sister.
I'm a carpenter. Don't hurt me. I just make houses.
Ela, unlock the door, please.
Arch is going to put 50 gold down on the table.
There's about
You'd better
70
take care of
gold
her.
in front of
And
you.
if I find out that you have not taken care of her properly, I will return, and I will not be nice about it.
Stop it, Arch. Bad Arch.
No, it's just women are
The woman
important.
takes up all the gold and consoles this crying man as escorts them out. And she looks at you and she
I will
gives you
summon
that stern. She gives you that stern look that only women can do when men are being assholes. Shame on you. And she walks out, escorting her husband.
Congratulations.
Mazel tov, and then I step up. we'll leave first. we'll leave before them.
When we are leaving, Arkken's just got to lower his head, put his hands above, and say, "I am so sorry."
So, are we
As
dragging this
we're
guy with
outside,
us?
I'm talking to Ella. I'm like, look, I'm just saying.
Yep.
If
Are we
If-
what,
if-
Ella?
it's important, Ella. If it had been Jennifer, Jessica, Amanda, Sarah, Melissa, Amy, Nicole, Stephanie, Elizabeth, or Heather, I would have been very upset if he was not providing for them properly.
Of course, I understand that. But you shouldn't get in the way of love, should you?
Hang on a second.
Well, as a brother, it's important to make sure that the other than the matters of the heart can be provided for.
Of
This
course.
guy, just to make things easier, this guy's token is manipulatable by everybody.
Are we
Nice.
letting this one go with
But-
grabbing him?
That's what Ela asked, and yes.
Right? Okay. Wait.
Let me ask you then, Arch. Does your sisters provide for their husbands?
None of them are married. At least they sure better not be. Not without me being there.
But do they have good enough jobs to provide for their husbands?
Well, yes, they're all soldiers. They can provide for
Yeah.
anybody.
I think you're overestimating a soldier's pay.
I think you're underestimating how valuable my sisters are.
I'm a
Just let-
Marine, and I didn't get paid enough to keep.
just
I
a
did
tight
get
grip
paid
around
enough,
his
but,
shoulders.
Still,
Well, I mean, the Stonebeard family is traditionally the royal guard of the kings of the Underkingdom. So, all of them are very well paid.
Can we move this along a little?
yes, we are.
Yes, we can
also-
move this. We can move this along to the point where I believe the session probably should end
Yes,
for the next
and-
part.
Yeah.
And we're bringing this guy
Also-
along for the entirety, yes?
yes.
Arch, you should probably run over and get your staff.
There is
What for?
a jail cell, like literally right there.
There is? Where?
Right here, the holding
Oh,
cell
right.
for all the prisoners, for the people to be taken, the people who are being tried. They are
You
kept
know, the
here
jail
until
cell they said exactly where it was.
yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's my staff isn't going anywhere. It'll stay there until I go get it.
Okay.
As we return to find that there are 2 guards trying to pull it.
They've set fire to it.
Why isn't it burning? It says it's not moving. The ashes stay in place.
I
Mhm.
mean, the most important question of all is, did Pandora get her milk?
Yeah, they have like an entire canister of milk with a spell on it that keeps it fresh.
Ella, I do believe I will let you talk to the judge this time. I don't think he likes me very much.
I'm
imagine
not
why.
entirely certain that I'm the best for that.
Where are you taking Roberto?
He's dragging him around to the guards to put him in jail.
Hey there, buddy.
You're avoiding the main courthouse area. Yeah.
Hello.
Or he's
Are you-
dragging him out back so he can eat him.
Koji
Hello
should
there.
have been a dick and just drag him straight through.
Can anyone
so-
here open a cell for this gent?
Roberto, why? Why are you arresting Roberto?
Well, he has dragged poisonous material into the judge's chambers and was planning on framing the judge. I
The boy
believe
is
that
broken and
some form of law.
The boy is broken and sobbing. Just do it. Just throw me away. I'm useless.
Also, he was communicating with a great necromancer, so a bunch of bad stuff. Anyway, selfish.
I also love that we had that entire conversation while Arch is bleeding profusely from his eyes, nose, and ears from the psychic damage he took.
I mean,
So
I
yeah, they
can,
let him in.
I was gonna say, I can try and squeeze him through the bars if no one opens the door.
All right, remove control over him from everybody else, so just so you can move him around. So he's in prison and he's sobbing. I'm so sorry. Just please, I don't want to die. I just want to... And all of his reasonings and motivations dribble out onto the floor in tears and bullshit.
Right, let's let him calm down then. All right, thanks, gents. We'll be back for him. Keep him warm or alive.
And we're about to kick down the door to the courthouse and tell the judge to move his ass because he's in the way. And if you want to put yourself back with the group, Koji, I think
Oh, he just went around and in through the window.
Oh,
you're coming from the side.
did you really go around that way?
Yeah.
Reginald would have told me you were there, and I would release immovable objects, so my staff would have fallen down in front of you.
So you couldn't
Just as
climb
soon
back
as you try to
Well, no,
climb
so
up.
you could pick it up and bring it back to me.
You can't climb in there anymore.
So
Well,
this is
that way,
basically
you'd have to roll.
just
Okay.
Fuck with everyone day.
Yeah. So if you want to climb in there, you have to roll an athletics check. It's no longer so easy.
He was climbing in. I wouldn't have dropped it if he was going to use it. If he was really going to climb in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if all you did was watch him
was.
walk up to it, and that was your decision point that he's walking up to it, then you would have dropped it and never knew he was going to climb it.
Yeah,
Now,
because
if
I
you
thought
waited till he was going to climb it, then you would have seen he's going to climb it. But if you're waiting till he's there
No,
and you
I
would
would have. I would have thought if Reginald goes, "Oh, Koji's back here," I was like, "Oh, how nice! Koji went to get my staff for me," and then I would have dropped it.
Okay, yeah. So staff falls in front of you. It's no longer being held in the air, and you're like, magic? Seriously? Right when I need you.
Right.
So if you want to climb up in there, the window is unlocked. Actually, it's open. I don't know if any of you closed it. I might have missed you saying.
No, we
Then it's
did not.
open. You can climb in there if you want to.
All right. Gotta grab the staff, stuff it in the belt somewhere, and start. All right. That's a bit of a leap. 1, 2, 3. Whoop.
Athletics. And you make it. You land onto the windowsill. Ka-dunk. Both feet.
There.
You're squatting just so you could fit, and you kind of like, crap, I landed perfectly in a squat position. Now I can't stand. So you awkwardly like shift yourself around and step inside.
Well, there we go. Did we ever close the door to this place?
Arch didn't. Arch walked through like a boss.
Oh, the guards would have closed it behind you just to, after you were forced out of the front.
If not, we would have closed it right now.
And so they're proceeding with evidence and stuff like that and talking about why this guy is a unrecalcitrant piece of crap that keeps falling back into his old ways of being a creeper, even a cat burglar some times, just an invasive piece of shit.
All right. Well, what's the guy said? Something that needed to be returned. I might as well look for it until the others get here. He's just looking
Horse?
around for the thing the guy described.
What thing?
The thing Reverso described in the judge's office.
No, the dais, the judge's dais. This thing up here.
Oh,
this
that
moves.
thing.
The dais.
Oh, I
that he
understood.
sits
It was
on.
I understood it was something in
No.
his office. I didn't know that was a
Mm.
dais. Then no, I wouldn't go in there.
I thought you were going to come out through the main door, just
No,
to fuck
no.
with people.
No, not at all.
No, the dais. Literally, you'd have to move this platform
Okay.
he's on.
I did not understand that.
It's a wooden platform in front of stone stairs. After seeing it and hearing that you could move it, you're like, oh, that thing moves. Yeah, it's wood. I guess it's movable.
Right. Okay, in that case, yeah. Then I'm just gonna grab the staff.
Okay.
And go there.
Sorry to confuse you about that. No, the dais, where he sits and does his judging.
No, it's just I didn't understand the word. I thought a dais was like a thing on a wall, like the thing you measure time with, but with the sun.
That's a
sundial.
dial.
Oh,
And they
Oh,
work
I see.
exclusively outside.
yeah, but I figured like it could be in a windowsill, so it works. Depending on
A
the
dais
place.
or dais or whatever you say it is. It's dais. It's this thing. This is a raised up area platform for speakers or honored guests and things.
I misunderstood. Fair enough.
Meanwhile, Pandora helping the judge through his mental issues now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's just so stressful. Crime just keeps happening. It's the same old stuff. What have I really accomplished on my light years? All this blah, 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 blah. Prosecutor and just like, the hell's this judge doing? He was yelling at this damn cat. Now he's having a conversation with it. What? And they're just kind of like throwing their hands up in the air. So we're going to wrap up here, guys. We have a basement to this place to explore and cleanse of cultists. We have a weenie little clerk imprisoned for trying to assist, who actually did assist these people. We didn't get away with it. And we'll pick up here with some cultist purging and the fallout from that and what happens to Sunset Hill. Climbed up the Sunset Hill and this encroaching army in the forest. Next time on Fortune and Glory, guys. Next time.
I do have one final question.
What's up?
What time of day is the accuser and defender in the courtroom having?
Like, what time of day is this whole thing going down?
No, what kind of day is he having?
Like
the guy who's
accuser
accused
and
in
the
court.
defender. Because
like the prosecutor and defender?
Yeah.
The defender is probably enjoying the distraction because his client doesn't really have a good case, and the prosecutor's just kind of like, can we just get this over with? This guy's clearly guilty, and he's really frustrated at all the delays.
it's gonna be
While the
long.
judge is really just pissed off about the affront to his authority and the authority of law and disrespect to the legal system in general. He just wants people to just come on, this is what we got to do. Just stop interrupting. That's his whole business.
I mean, I just need to make sure I'm out before the hour is up.
Yeah, that you'll be downstairs before that ever happens.
I'm just glad Elo wasn't there for that part of the conversation.
All right. Well, I appreciate those who watched, followed along with us live. We'll hopefully be back together next week. Sorry for missing the last couple. We've had people out doing things.
Jobs
but
get in the
otherwise,
way. It's just what
jobs
happens.
get in the way. If more of you would watch, then we could do this for a job, and you wouldn't have as many times that we miss. So really, whose fault is it?
I'd like to finish my education, please.
Yeah, it's always something with you.
you, boy.
I got some lessons to teach you.
No, you're gonna be
Yeah.
a professional D&D player. That is your
So
job now.
basically, it's all John's fault. So if you
Mhm.
anyone, hate him for wanting to finish his study.
Look, anybody who's talked to John can't hate John, so that's just not going to happen.